So we are in kind of a pause of the trapping season for us. Dan was trapping out the nuisance beavers from this area, and I've got a little bit of time. I've caught up on my hides, so I've been able to kind of go through, and I've just made a compilation video of some of the clips that I put together from a few of the different times that I was out with him when he was either setting or checking his traps. So this is literally just a compilation video of trap stuff and my hide tanning projects. You'll get to see updates on things like the fox that I was working on and that skunk. There's clips in of me skinning a beaver because I am learning how to do that. And then I just do a big update on how all the hides are looking that we've done so far this year. So it's been a lot of fun. It's kept us very busy. The kids actually do really enjoy going with to check the traps, or if they can't check the traps whatever day, they really liked seeing what kind of catches Dan would bring home for the day. So yeah, I hope you guys just enjoy this, and maybe I'll get better at filming like a cohesive video of him setting out traps and catching certain things. But for now, I figured showing you guys a little bit more of how he's doing things is better than just showing you the critters that he brings home at the end. So this one was one of the last beavers that he caught. I can't remember what number it was, but it was one of the last ones. So it was pretty fun that the kids were with us and actually able to see, look, it does pay off to set these traps for these nuisance critters, because you do catch something sometimes. They had missed a lot of the times when Aspen went with. There wasn't anything in the traps, so she was super happy, and that was the one time Ryder went with. After we get them flushed out, I tended to hang them on this gate outside. It's been really cool, 20s and 30s, letting them kind of dry and get some of that moisture out of the flesh and meat, and all of that really helps with the flushing process, just so they're not so wet. Here I am learning how to skin them. This had been a tandem effort for most of them with me and Dan, just because it's a bigger critter and we're not very practiced at it. So it takes, half hour to an hour per animal. I think I did this one myself in about 45 minutes, which this was the first one I did completely on my own, other than Dan had did the slit down the belly and he cut off the feet and tail for me. So other than that, I did that one all on my own. And then we check the liver, and if the liver's good, we take the back strap and the thigh meat and we cook it and eat it. It's actually really quite delicious and tender. All right, the top 4, I'll have to walk down there to show you that one, but the top 4 beavers are nice and done, brushed out. The bottom 4 are drying. Look at this one, he's super cool. He had some piebald spots on him, and this one had a few random little holes. Can't really see now because I tried to stitch them and they dried up a bit, but it looked like he'd been attacked by an eagle and it had healed a bit because there was some scar tissue in there. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, this one's still drying and then needs to be brushed, but he has pulled all of his traps for now. There will be more traps in the future, but he was just nuisance trapping for the beaver for some buddies. He also got some muskrats. Some of those are here. I'm trying to tan the beaver tails, but this is quite complicated. Skunk is done. He turned out fabulous. And the fox is done. Touched up his ear. It's just paint marker, so I mean up close that's pretty obvious, but if he's gonna get hung up on a wall, you'll never notice that. Got his tail brushed out as best as I could after it, lost a good bit of fur, but I think the rest of that's gonna hang on, so I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, actually. One thing over here that he's the most excited about is this otter that he got. So he knew there was a lot of otter sign there, and so he got one. This is a big male otter. He's still drying and being stretched a bit before he'll go get hung up with his fur collection. But yeah, so that's it for the first round of trapping for the season. He might have a lead on some more beavers. We'll see about that. And then he's kind of getting itching to put out some coyote sets. So I am enjoying a few days of not having critters in rotation to deal with which is kind of nice, and trying to catch up on stuff in the house and everything else that I've been neglecting for the last few weeks. But it's been a fun start to the season so far, and if we keep going at this rate, by spring I should be a heck of a lot better at the flushing and hide tanning, so we'll see.